Good morning, Wednesday morning, Garden of England. It's could be drier. Stella's got her her coat on. Bit of a sort of rainy morning, but still nevertheless lovely in its own way. So, did you take the clickbait? Yeah, I'm going to be controversial, I think, this morning, but not what you might have expected. Nothing to do with what's been going on in America these last 48 hours or so, but rather something about meditation. You see, if you're into meditation and you've been aware of it for many years and played around with it, and maybe you're really keen on it, so most people who are into it would be thinking to themselves, well, look, I need to find my 2 sessions of 20 minutes or 2 sessions of 15 minutes or a session of a half an hour or whatever. And of course, one of the sort of techniques, methods, is to still oneself and then use a mantra. And most of those mantras that are used, for example, in transcendental meditation, some other techniques, they're using words, repetition of certain phrases or words, syllables, and it works. And I've taught people, for example, in the courses, if let's say you wanted to have an apartment in Barcelona, it might not be so easy to do that nowadays, but you could just use the mantra Barcelona. Barcelona. I taught a bunch of, at a conference, I taught health workers, doctors, nurses, health visitors and stuff in Ayrshire to use Ailsa Craig. If you know Scotland, if you know the West Coast, if you know the Firth of Clyde, then you can't miss the Ailsa Craig. The idea would be that they use Ailsa Craig as a mantra, which would, by the way, every time and you can't ignore it if you're driving around in Ayrshire along the coast, then you can't miss it. So it would always remind you, I suppose, to meditate in their techniques program. But here's the controversy, right? I've said this before. I think that style of meditation, given the limited time we have and the busyness of our lives, listen to this, is actually very selfish. I really do. I really believe that, because if I've only got 20 minutes, or even 21 minutes to be precise, because if you had the privilege, and it was a privilege, to attend the 3 live courses I did last year for the public, to raise money for charities in Glasgow, and or you attended the online course I did with the now famous Workshop 3, all of you got the chance to see a video that was produced for us by Jim Fairbairn, great Mindstone member, and he let you see exactly what happened to his brain when he took 21 minutes and used different levels of Mindstone techniques. And for those of you the privilege of seeing the video, it blew your mind. Even thinking of it again right now, it blows my mind. Because you see what happens when, listen to this, we're not selfishly doing meditation to somehow or improve our health or our well-being, calm ourselves down, but with Mindstore, we're getting all those benefits, but we're using it for the benefit of other human beings, because when we pre-program, when we review our goals, we're going to ensure that the best version of ourselves is going to show up into those meetings, into those events, into those experiences. That's definitely going to happen. Our, to use a word, problem, delete that program, challenge, our problem solving skills improve, our more creativity happens. And what's absolutely amazing is, the joy of it is, that because of our wonderful Screen 4, and now the 5th element, which I've introduced, it's not just about you, it's absolutely about the benefits for other human beings. when you achieve those outcomes that you've programmed. I mean, it's really, really amazing. And one of the magical things about the unselfish approach that we have, I know it's controversial, but I'm being deliberately controversial. Because if you only get 20 minutes, is it all about you? Could it be about everyone? Could it be for the benefit of other human beings specifically? You even know who they are and how your efforts will impact them. And ultimately, they benefit because the best version of you shows up. But the real magic, of course, is that because of our tools and techniques, in our meditations, as Jim explained the 3 different ones he did, we are, going back to that word, challenge solving. We come up with great ideas. Synchronicity, again, is triggered. We have an awareness. Jim talked about on that video, which was amazing, was one of the great benefits of him rising into his career as an extraordinary leader, was being able to understand the subtlety of the energy in a room, the subtlety of what's going on in conversations, because of profound awareness, because of the pre-programming, the constant programming of his goals, and ultimately his inner conversations. And if you've been in Mindstore, you know what I'm talking about there. So you can be foolish today by not meditating, get back into robotic ways, let other people lead the world, or you take ownership of your life and you meditate today, but not selfishly. Not selfishly, although if you want to, you can. From time to time I will. But you can pre-program that critical meeting or event today. You can review your top 7 goals. You know how to do it. You know it works. You know that a better version of yourself will show up. So surely you deserve, but certainly the people you interact with today, don't they deserve, doesn't your family deserve it, a better you turning up? Think about that. I'll see ya, Ramora.